Hello everyone, I'm Sonali Raman. Thank you Harper's Bazaar for having me today on this panel. My brand is a slow fashion conscious brand, and I have a line of apparel as well as handmade jewelry. Everything we make is handmade, has some handmade elements, all out of natural products, and sustaining crafts and traditions that are being forgotten along the way. And I'm looking forward to this evening's talk. So for me, my brand was born out of a love for all things that are traditional crafts and textiles, and an old-fashioned way of consuming sensibly, buying responsibly, living mindfully, and being conscious of what you consume and what you waste. And out of that, there are two core pillars that form my brand. The first one being mindfulness, and the second one, cultural sustainability. So for me, the mindfulness in my brand is we are mindful about every process in what we do for making products and how they impact the planet. We use only natural materials or materials that have biodegradable elements. We work with artisans and tailors who we pay a fair wage to. We train unskilled ladies to do the embroidery and the finishing so that they have a means of earning a fair wage and a means of earning a living. We also make our collections at a very small pace and in limited quantities. And our packaging is also eco-friendly, environmentally friendly. And when it comes to cultural sustainability, for me, that has been really important because I've always wanted to work with artisans and weavers and craftspeople who have had to leave their craft to go find other professions because the consumer moved away from these beautiful products to fast fashion. So I want to support them and work with them, and this is what, for me, ethical, slow, and conscious fashion is about.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, when you work with artisan of craftsmanship, you have a quality product, you will use it in the longer term, and you will also be able to maybe pass it on to generations. So it's very, very important that to transmit and to share this knowledge.
Absolutely, to keep it
celebrated as well
for the future generations. One of the big challenges I've had has been with the pricing. So I have to strike a balance between ethically producing, having sustainable raw materials, and making sure that at every stage it's mindfully done, and at the same time having an affordable price tag that's reasonable to the consumer. There have been so many occasions that I have still been compared to a fast fashion brand and their prices, and sometimes the consumers don't get it. They don't understand the difference. And so, one thing that I'm trying to do, I'm working towards changing mindsets, one consumer at a time, hopefully, as you said, baby steps we need to take. And we need to have more of these kind of discussions, really, so that people get aware and somewhere can strike something a chord in you to make that change, to take that step and understand why, sustainable products cost what they do. So and also the other thing has been that to make sure in the supply chain that everyone is ethical along the line, that is still a big issue as well. As we were saying in the shipping, this is something that's not in our control. And in our industry, there's so many variables that you can't really keep track and control of every stage.
Thank you. There are a lot of things that we can do as consumer, and we can also request from the brands and from the institution that we're shopping to have. Usually it's small changes, and usually it can be done. What about you, Sonali?
So it starts from, as the ladies have all been saying, it starts from changing your mindset, choosing differently, choosing natural products, environmental friendly products over cheaply made fast fashion products. And by not just asking who made my clothes, but by asking where was it made, under what conditions it was made, reading the label, making sure that you know exactly what products are there, And also by being conscious about what you consume, how you waste, reuse what is already in your closet, extend the life of everything that you own. By just extending the life of a garment by 3 months, you can cut down on the carbon footprint and the waste footprint by almost 10%. So, reusing and circular design is considered to be more effective in terms of sustainability than actually recycling, because recycling uses a lot of energy that reusing something doesn't. I mean, extend the life of products that you already have in your closet. Shop your own closet, basically.
Thank you so much.
Start, talking about it more so that we remove the stigma from wearing second-hand or pre-loved or even vintage. And if more and more people go towards it, it's the economy of scale. Prices will come down. It's because it's such a small niche right now that everything becomes expensive. But the moment more and more people start adopting and understanding why it's so important, as I said earlier, there isn't a planet B. This is the only one we have, and we have to start with our fashion and consumer choices that we're making. We have to get more conscious about it. So I think the other way is talking about it more, to encourage more and more people to use it, and therefore bringing down prices in that way.